This video showcases our short life at Tadoba. Sonam is a proud tigress. A tigress which walks with pride. As she looks back, her 3 tiny cubs follow her. And one of her cub takes pride to lead her mother. Sonam now rules the beautiful Telia Lake and Lake. With 3 months of planning, our 7-day journey started on 23rd of April, 2022 at Tadoba. As we drove into the jungle, the bear chose to stop us for a photo session. While the wood owl looked around, Rudra, the male tiger, walked for a drink. Not bothered by alarm calls, Rudra continues to mark its territory. Cautious Indian gaur waits for its turn. After the show, we rushed to Ponporni. Maya did not disappoint us. Maya is a tigress ruling Ponporni. She kept coming forward repeatedly for a shoot. It was an unusual behavior. Finally, Maya decided to take a dip and quench its thirst. When Maya decided to move on, Balaram, the huge male tiger, was forced to follow her. Next day, we chose Kutwanda entry gate. Looking owl stood beside the road for a photo shoot. As we entered Telia Lake, around 3 p.m., Sonam was already sitting inside the lake. After spending 2 hours, Sonam decided to cross the lake. She scans through the lake. She is in search of a prey. Moves for ambush. She heads into tall grass and lies down. We waited for an hour, so we were forced to move towards the exit gate. Next day, Sonam came out of the tall grass, along with the foul smell. Sonam brings her cubs to the water after feasting on the kill. Three tiny cubs stayed together under the watchful eyes of Sonam. While the cubs were playing, we continued to play with our camera. Sonam and cubs are not deterred by the presence of crocodile. After spending considerable time, Sonam takes back the cubs to the kill. Indian gaur demonstrated its power by mocking within the group. As we continued to search for tigers, we stumbled upon Yuvaraj and sub-adult female. As the tigers were busy mating inside the bush, Nilgai came out in a hurry. As the day was getting warmer, animals were forced to water. Madhu's turn to swim. Next day we were welcomed by beautiful morning. This time, it was another blackie for a photo shoot. We moved on to see the beautiful life in a dry summer. As the cranes followed the gaur for easy prey, gaur chose to wait. We waited for 2 hours Finally beautiful W female woke up for a shoot. It stayed comfortable in the water, surrounded by human species. W female littered 2 cubs, and one among them was very bold. The second cub chose to remain inside the bush. We could notice one bold and one shy cub among the litters. As the cubs continued to play, we moved towards this shy blackie. Next day, we were surprised by this mating pair of Maya and Balaram. They walked towards the pond, and continued to mate. The pair stayed together for a week, to create a new generation. While the gaur enjoyed the tiny flowers, barking deer made a cautious step. While the sun was warming up, Choti Madhu cubs were having fun among the tall grass. Choti Madhu littered 3 cubs, and kept photographers busy. As the temperature kept souring, Animal Kingdom was operating around the water. One another beautiful tigress, Kolawali, and her cubs were also forced to water. The mother was shifting her cubs to new area. The cubs were few months old, and stayed closer to her mom. After our wonderful expedition, our smiles from Tadoba is history now. As Maya continues to keep the photographers busy, we carried our memory card. Our 7-day story ends with the glimpse of our lengthy footage. As long as the tigers continue to litter, our journey will continue.